Yeah, my shoulder messed up, everyone. So don't tell Canelo. It may be the right, maybe the left, but it's both of them. I'm having problems with my shoulders.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds.
Is it something to worry about? Yes. Can it affect the fight? Absolutely. I just said how.
Reports have sent shockwaves through the boxing community, suggesting that Terence Crawford may have sustained serious injury just days before his highly anticipated showdown with Canelo Alvarez. What was once billed as one of the sport's biggest events in recent memory is now surrounded by uncertainty, as fans, analysts, and fellow fighters question whether the fight should move forward or be postponed. The development has sparked widespread discussion, with many noting that if the injury is confirmed, it could dramatically reshape the outcome of this historic clash.
But word on the street is that Bud Crawford has hurt his shoulder or re-injured a shoulder that had been surgically repaired.
Former world champion and current analyst Tim Bradley gave a strong reaction to reports of Terence Crawford's injury. Dismissing them as excuses ahead of the much-anticipated clash with Canelo Alvarez, known for his straightforward opinions, Bradley insisted that true champions overcome adversity and suggested that Crawford might be looking for an early escape from the toughest test of his career. His bold comments have fueled the growing debate, adding more intensity to the uncertainty surrounding this high-stakes matchup.
Crawford 100%. Crawford is 100%. If he ain't 100%, he 90%. He's still gonna fight. He's still gonna fight. That's just what it is. Forget that shoulder. Bro, this is what we signed up for. This is part of being a fighter. That's what it's part of. This is what you wanted. This is what you got. This is what comes with it. That's it. Stop making excuses. No team. Winner takes all on this one.
Oscar De La Hoya emphasized the steep challenge Terence Crawford faces in stepping up to a heavier division against a naturally powerful and seasoned super middleweight like Canelo Alvarez. He pointed out that Canelo's strength, physical presence, and familiarity at the weight could pose serious problems for Crawford, especially in the later rounds. Although De La Hoya acknowledged Crawford's intelligence, movement, and technical skill, he questioned whether those attributes would be enough to neutralize Canelo's advantages. In his assessment, Canelo is likely to apply consistent pressure, connect with the harder punches, and gradually take over, securing victory either by decision or a late stoppage.
Do you feel that Terence has a shot in beating Canelo Alvarez?
When I watched Terence Crawford get rattled and rocked by Yorkis Gamboa, who's a natural 30-pounder, it's going to be a huge problem when he gets hit by Canelo, who's a natural 175. So he fights at 175. He's fighting these big monsters. Yeah. He's not getting rattled at all.
No.
Berlanga's a big kid.
Yeah.
So it makes me think, how is Crawford going to keep him away for 12 rounds? Canelo's going to come at him hard.
Right.
But then again, I think about Crawford's abilities and his IQ and his footwork.
Popular boxing commentator Showbiz, the adult, addressed the rumors about Terence Crawford's reported injury, suggesting that speculation like this often emerges before major fights to create drama or provide a built-in excuse for a possible defeat. He pointed out that the talk may be fueled by Crawford's age, lengthy layoff, and previous training challenges, but urged fans not to jump to conclusions. While admitting that some discomfort from moving up in weight is plausible, Showbiz stressed that there's no solid evidence indicating the situation serious enough to threaten the fight.
Boy Anthony, Executive Club, getting a fresh haircut. But just want to talk about Canelo Crawford is coming up this weekend, and everybody's excited. Here in Vegas, the electricity is in the air. So, look, even though these guys are, combined almost 80 years old, it should be a good fight. And let me tell you why. Crawford is coming up 2 weight classes, and he's coming off a year's layoff. So that's a huge advantage for Canelo. If Canelo forces his will on him, he'll probably be 190 pounds inside the ring on fight night. I give him a great shot in the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th round to knock out Crawford. If he doesn't do that, then Crawford is going to box his ears off. It might be another Mayweather versus Canelo. Remember when Mayweather was just schooling him and making him look silly? that can happen again this Saturday. So everything has to be perfect for Crawford. He has to use his footwork. He has to use his speed, his combinations, his ring IQ. He has to stay disciplined. And Canelo, all he has to do is take Crawford's punches, but he cannot be comfortable inside the ring.
Shawn Porter, who shared the ring with Terence Crawford in 2021, recently expressed concern about Crawford's move up to super middleweight to face Canelo Alvarez. Porter questioned whether Crawford could withstand Canelo's power across 12 rounds, pointing out that the Mexican champion's natural size and strength might enable him to wear Crawford down with heavy shots early. Although he praised Crawford's skill set and high ring IQ, Porter warned that relentless pressure from a larger, stronger opponent could present serious danger.
Absolutely can, especially when you're packing on extra muscle. Your shoulders get heavy anyway when your shoulders are overdeveloped and you packing muscle on. And if you have a shoulder injury, it would affect you. Okay. I mean, I'm one of those people. It is what it is. I say it all the time, bro. It is what it is. All right. These are human beings. They're real people. If you have an injury, it will affect you 100%. These aren't robots. This ain't a damn cartoon. It's not a movie. It's real life. All right. A lot of you guys got issues now physically. You throw you in a ring, you'll be like, yo, my back was killing me. You know what I'm saying? But with that said,
Terence Crawford has firmly dismissed rumors suggesting he is dealing with a shoulder injury ahead of his clash with Canelo Alvarez. Speaking at a media event in Las Vegas, Crawford labeled the speculation as baseless and questioned how such stories even began. Demonstrating full mobility before reporters, he stressed that talk of injuries, poor conditioning, or decline is nothing but background noise. Crawford maintained that he feels comfortable at his natural weight and is fully prepared, emphasizing with calm confidence that his complete focus and dedication are on what he views as the biggest fight of his career.
The others say, like, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Like, once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he still got that kind of steam. But, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo have, and how we find how they even out and who trumps one another. You know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and we see how that panned out. You know what I mean? So
I'm like a brick. Both got a bag full of tricks. They must eat their way to Bix. Don't come at me, you'll get this. You lanky streak of piss. Don't call you bro, cause you sis. Go chill and watch Netflix, cause the big guns in a mix.
Despite Terence Crawford's firm denials, doubts persist among critics regarding a possible shoulder injury before his showdown with Canelo Alvarez. Attention has centered on a circulating photo that appears to show swelling in his left shoulder, adding fuel to the speculation. Some observers argue that Crawford may be downplaying the situation to avoid giving Canelo's camp a strategic advantage, while others point out that at 37 years old, and after more than a year away from the ring, even minor setbacks could be genuine and potentially impact his performance.
Totally debunked this shit. He said that he has no shoulder injury, but at the same time, bro, you can't expect Terence Crawford to come out here right before the fight, if he is injured, that is, and say like, no, yeah, my shoulder is injured. Of course he's not gonna do that shit, right? So he has to deny it. So Terence Crawford denying that he has a shoulder injury, it doesn't really mean shit to me. But how true this is, we're gonna hear the truth about this shoulder injury after the fight. This is probably when, if Terence Crawford loses, you're probably gonna hear that, yeah, my shoulder was injured, this and that, just the list of excuses, it just keeps piling up with this guy, or not with him. I'm not saying Terence Crawford is using these excuses,